Oh, well, I'm starting my 14th year as head coach at Huntington here, and we have a young group of athletes here wrestling this year for us, but a lot of them have been wrestling a lot of their life, so although they're young, they're very talented, and a lot of them wrestled for us last year. Now, we had a great season last year. We're District 6 champs, but we graduated a lot of quality kids, a lot of good leaders on that squad last year. And we're just trying to rebuild here this year a little bit, and started out the season well. We beat Tyrone and we beat Baltimore last night, and we just got back from the King of the Mountain tournament, which is one of the toughest tournaments in the state of Pennsylvania over the weekend, and our guys competed well there as well. So, we're anxious to compete this year, and it's always fun to see what a new year brings. So.
Exactly. Now, talk a little bit about some of these tournaments, because it has become sort of like a lifelong journey for some of these wrestlers. And you might cite some of the wrestlers that we will be able to watch tonight as they take on Phillipsburg Osceola at home. And Chad States will have all that information for you coming up here on the Air Network. But I see where you took the annual Sheets Classic. That was probably a couple years ago, though. Update us on some of the tournaments you've had this season.
Well, like I said, we just got finished. We got back from the King of the Mountain tournament. It's one of the toughest tournaments in the state of Pennsylvania. We took our guys there to make sure that they were battle tested. The best gauge of how well prepared you are for competition is the guys that you wrestle. So we'd like to get our program to the level where we're competing with the best in the state, and to be able to do that, we have to wrestle good competition. So, like I said, we were there this past weekend. It was a 2-day tournament, Friday, Saturday. We played 16th out of 34 teams. We were the second highest AA team in the state of Pennsylvania to place there, and it's a very prestigious tournament. We had 3 place winners. Jacob Oliver, who's our 160-pounder, placed second. Colin Glorioso, who's our 126-pounder, placed fourth. And John Wagner, our 170-pounder, placed seventh in that tournament. So, overall, we had a great weekend. All of our guys wrestled well, not just those 3, but throughout our lineup, we competed and we wrestled very well. So
yeah. Now I go back to the 70s and 80s. My last thought of Huntington wrestling. Moving forward during your tenure as the coach at Huntington, this has become a sort of like a year-long struggle. Not struggle, but journey for these kids now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our goals are set high. I mean, like I said, we were district champs last year. And we were also district champs 4 years ago. So, I mean, the goals are the same, and they're the same each and every year, is to compete at the highest level. We want to win the district championship as a team, obviously place as many kids in the district and regional level, and get into the state tournament and get on the podium in Hershey. 2 guys I'll mention, Colin Glorioso, a junior this year, and Jake Oliver, a sophomore for us. They were state place winners last year. Jake was fourth in the state of Pennsylvania at 145 pounds, and Colin was fifth in the state at 113 pounds.
So there's kind of high expectations for those guys this year again?
Oh, absolutely. And not just those guys. I mean, those guys obviously they want to get back to Hearst and get on the podium a little higher this time. But we have other guys. I mentioned John Wagner earlier. Placed seventh at King of the Mountain. We look for him to have a big year. Tyler Scott as well. There's other guys. Matt Norris is a senior. It's his last go-around. He was a district runner-up and a regional qualifier last year. So we look for big things out of him, a lot of leadership from him. Guys like Logan Fisher was a regional qualifier last year. So those are the guys that we're kind of leaning on to help guide us this year. And they've been doing a great job so far, and I don't anticipate anything different coming from them here in the next couple months.
Yeah. Let's take a look at tonight's match against Phillipsburg. Do you have any idea what Phillipsburg has coming in? And from top to bottom, what do the Bearcats have coming in this evening in those weight divisions?
Well, from top to bottom, we start out. You want me to just give you our lineup?
Yeah. If you would, that'd be great.
Sure, that's no problem. At 106 pound, we have a freshman. Like I said, we're very young. Freshman Chris Hoover, starting out for us at 106. He's coming in, should be 2-2, I believe is his record. 113 pounds, we have Isaac Benson, who's also another freshman, a highly touted freshman. He's a Pennsylvania junior wrestling state qualifier last year, and he's a 113-pounder. 120 pounds is another freshman, Warren Shope. And then, like I said, Colin Glorioso is our 126-pounder. 132, we have, and Colin's a junior. 132, we have Trent Schaefer. Trent is a sophomore. 138, no, I'm sorry, Tyler Scott's our 32-pounder.
Okay.
He's a sophomore. Trent Schaefer is our 138-pounder. He's a junior. 145, we have Seth Bainey. Seth's just coming back from an injury from football. He was a safety for the football team, getting injured in the last game there against Tyrone. So he's just starting. He won his match against Bald Eagle, and he'll be in the lineup against Phillipsburg. He's a sophomore. 152 is Drew Simpson. Drew is a junior. 160 pounds is Jacob Oliver. Jake's a sophomore. 170 is John Wagner. John is a junior. 182 is Logan Fisher. Logan is also a junior. 195 pounds is Matt Norris. Matt is a senior. 220 pounds is Tanner Kosick. Tanner's a junior. And our heavyweight, 285 pounds, tomorrow night will either be Brady Shope, who's a sophomore, or Jacob Edwards, another sophomore.
All right.
So as you can see, I mean, we're very, very young. We only have one senior lineup, a lot of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So bodes well for the future too.
Well, that's great for you and also the Bearcat alums who might be listening to tonight's match. Let's just wrap it up, Coach, real quick, because I'll talk to you from week to week and match to match. But let's talk a little bit about the support that you're getting from the Bearcat fans down there and the boosters, and about your coaching staff, even down to the junior high. Who are some of the guys important to you in that game?
Sure. I mean, we have great support down here. We wrestled last night, our first home match against Bald Eagle area, and the stands were packed. Obviously, we want to see that continue, see the fans come out and support our guys. You know, and on our trip to Hershey last year to the state duel, we had a lot of support, fan support following us all the way down to Hershey. So, I mean, it's a wrestling community, and it's just tremendous the support that we get each time we step on the mat. In terms of my coaching staff at the senior high level, helping me, I have Eric Shea, John Billich, Brad Clark, and Terry Benson.
Yeah.
Those guys make my job a lot easier with the stuff that they do in the practice room and getting our guys ready to compete.
Yep.
Administrative assistant at the varsity level is Barry Klein. He takes care of all my computer work, that kind of thing that needs done. And then at the junior high level, we have Bobby Mort and Matt Martyr at the junior high level. They're junior high coaches.
I'm hearing some former wrestlers' names in there, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of former Bearcats there, that's for sure.
Well, that's fantastic. We wish you the best of luck here on the airnetwork.net. We'll be following you throughout the season. Meanwhile, I just wanted to touch base with you, kind of get an idea of where we're heading this season. Should be an exciting one as the alums get a chance, obviously, for the first time to tune into your wrestling matches. Coach, I hope to talk to you again soon. Best of luck.
Hey, thank you very much, Greg.